All right, it is the middle of May, and it is time for our May garden tour. So we are located in Kentucky. It is zone 6B or 6A, depending on who you ask. And it is mid-May. The weather has been a little strange. A month ago, I went back and checked. It was snowing. And then yesterday, despite my clothes, it has been like 90 degrees. And it is supposed to remain hot for the foreseeable future on the forecasts. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this is summer. Will we dip back down again and be spring again? I don't know. If not, then this is it. This is summer. So I'm starting to put out some of the summer stuff. We still have some of the spring stuff that I hope it lasts through the heat. All right, you've got two choices. You can live in the winter or you can live in the summer. Which is it? Well, I really like to live in the spring. I think that's the best time. I like to live in the spring. Too bad. Arctic or desert? Pick one. But here, let's just look. Current state of the fenced-in garden still kind of looks like nothing. Okay, I want to start over here with my cabbages. I am so thrilled about these. I just hope that they don't completely just bolt and give up in the heat. I feel like this garden bed makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Like, look at that. Wow, what a great gardener she is. That's how that makes me feel. Like I got my stuff together. And then over here, this is my attempt at keeping the cabbage moths out. Now this bed looks a little cluttered and confused, but actually I have already thinned it. That's where all of this came from. It came from over here. And I might need to take some more. Out to give room to everything, but these are my cabbages. So you can already see that they're kind of getting chewed on. This is our cabbages here. They just get it up. And that is what is happening. I'm hoping that this helps. And what we thought it was a weed mat. We bought this years ago. We thought it was like a weed mat, and it was cheaper than the blackweed mat. And we put it down over an area to kill weeds, and the weeds grew like 2 feet high. They were so happy. So I'm using it kind of like I don't know if you call it like a floating row cover or just something to try to keep out the bugs, honestly. And at first I was worried that it was going to fry them, but they seem to be happy underneath it. So in here, I'm not really sure what I have. Okay, so this is like, I think this is red cabbage. That's what it looks like. These, some other type of cabbage. I know I have some like bok choy and something. These, the leaves make me think this is a radish of some sort. Wow, yeah. Basically just like grew them and they'll figure it out later. Direct seeded. Didn't really pay attention to write it down. So it is what it is. We can eat all this. Some more radish type things. And we have more cabbage. Moving on, my garlic still looks good. I don't think it's quite ready to be picked. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. Some of the bottom leaves are turning yellow, but I know some of these types put up scapes, and I'm not sure what I planted where. Basic theme of my garden, I don't know what's where. So I have some soft neck and some hard neck. So I'm waiting for something to send up a scape so that I'll know that maybe it's time to pick everything. So we have garlic all along here. Whoop, turn you around. So there's some garlic over there, and then way back in the corner over there is more garlic. The goal is to get enough garlic to take us all the way through the end of the year. We actually pretty much did that with the garlic from last year, which was a lot less than this, but then we didn't have any left over. We wouldn't have had enough to like do all the next planting. So I'm just trying to beef up our garlic numbers. This bed looks like a hot mess, but it's not. So we have some walking onions that look like they're doing their thing. This one's kind of starting to do its seeds, and these are just going to be perennial type things that we leave here. So I direct seeded this bed with carrots and chickpeas to see like what would happen, and they are coming up. Carrots, there's some more of them. This is a chickpea. There's a clump of carrots that's coming up. That's nice. So slowly but surely they are coming up. I don't know what the harvest is going to be like, but that's always, you never really know until you find out. Wow, 8 words of wisdom. You never really know until you find out. I'm going to embroider that, put it on a shirt. That's so smart. My sweet peas, these are sugar snap peas. on the other side here. So these are sugar snap peas that I put on this trellis. They look good. They look happy. Hopefully they create some seed heads before it's, 100 degrees outside. I'm starting yet again to realize like how much food you actually need to plant. So like this trellis is like nothing. It's like nothing. Like next year I'm going to really boost up how many peas I plant, and maybe even in the fall this year. We'll see. It's nothing. Second trellis, I just planted cucumber seeds in here, and actually I planted cucumber seeds in here too. I figured they'll come up kind of as these are getting done with what they're doing, hoping to make pickles. All right, so here we have a strawberry plant. Look, it's making a strawberry. Just like waiting for this plane to pass. So strawberries, same theme. Need more strawberries. I really need them to spread a lot this year. I'm really hoping they spread. I feel like a big thing with the garden, I wasn't expecting it to get so hot so fast. I was not expecting it, and it kind of caught me off guard, and now I'm gonna run with it, but I feel like I'm behind. I always feel like I'm behind, but even now I'm like, it's summer. I'm behind. The oregano's so happy. It's everywhere still. There's some more over here and here, and I like it. There's a lot of it. And look what kind of just came up. I think I planted these 2 years ago. I planted some of these. These are evening primrose, right? And they just kind of came back up. I'm loving it. Okay, our sad onions that I didn't know if they were gonna make it, they look really good. They're really coming up. They're excited. So I'm happy about that. I hope they have enough time to bulb out and stuff and look good. Here's another bed of the same onions. Really need to weed. I don't know if you can see that, but they are looking good. They're looking so much better than they did. They looked like they were gonna die. I've mentioned this, I think, in my last garden tour and definitely in other videos, that once I get the things in the garden, they seem to do a lot better than when they're in their trays. So direct seeding is going to be a big thing next year, and also just getting stuff out as soon as possible, because once they're in the ground, they seem to really take off. We have a rogue carrot here just growing somewhere. Okay, the milkweed, a little out of control here. There's a lot of milkweed, but let me show you. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Hello. I've had so many monarch caterpillars on this milkweed. I'm so excited. I think a lot of them got really big and left and made their chrysalises. What's the chrysalises? That's a mouthful. I think they already went and did that though. But there were a ton of them. Look guys, look. They're already all over the milkweed. Look at how many I have. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many. There's another one. Oh, they're so big and fat now. Look at you. Look how beautiful. This makes me so happy. This is why I do it. This is the earliest I've ever had caterpillars on my milkweed. Very exciting. Anyways, kind of sandwiched in this bed that the milkweed has also kind of encroached upon, I put some more cabbages. They are very much getting eaten. They have no protection. Look at that one, just getting eaten. Nom, nom, nom. Now let's look at my spinach. How exciting. 100% sarcastic about that. Look at this. Like, what? What is this? Are you even in the ground anymore? This is spinach. Epic fail. Epic fail this year. I was lazy and I didn't bring up a bunch of compost for this bed, and I really should have. So I'm so out of shape. I almost died, Carrie, pushing that up the hill. I'm gonna have to go ahead and walk down the hill and get the compost and, try again. So the tomatoes will be in lines going off that way. I need to go ahead and plant them. There's just so much work. Every time I look at my garden, I just see work. So much work that needs to be done. I also have quite a few beds that are open. There's this one here, there's a big one over there, there's one over there, a big one over there that I need to go ahead and put some things in. I'm kind of doing an experiment, seeing what does well inside the fence and what can survive outside the fence. So let's go look and see. Okay, now it's starting to get hot. The sun is it's hot. So we added extra planting area because we really think that having a lot of food is important. This is another plowed area that we have. It's right outside the fence. So whatever's out here has to survive the chickens. That's my main thing, the chickens. And like bunny rabbits and stuff, but mostly the chickens. Planted some cabbages to see how they would do, and they're still alive. The chickens haven't really bothered them, which is amazing. So that's good. And then I have 2 rows of onions. I figure if it's below ground, probably the chickens won't mess with it. You can't even see them probably, but they're here. I've got 2 rows of onions going down. Then I have a row of peppers, which also are very hard to see. They're here. I don't know. We'll see how they do. And then I planted a lot of green beans. These are green beans that I just got at Rural King, I think. I'm not really sure of the variety, but I planted 2 rows, and then I was like, should I plant more? And I was like, yes, I should. So then we planted more rows. So lots of green beans planted here. They haven't come up yet because I just did it the other day. This area is gonna be for some trailing things. We're gonna do some of the winter squashes, even though we get squash bugs up here, and probably some summer squash over there. And then also I have to do my sweet potatoes, and I have watermelons and like melons and stuff. So hopefully, I mean, those things cover so much ground, so I'm gonna put them all up here. Okay, and then way in the back here, I planted some corn. We have 3 different types of corn. I don't want them cross-pollinating. This one here it's a sweet corn, but it's an heirloom corn that I put out here. Then I'm gonna be putting the hybrid corn way over somewhere else, like in the dog pen, very far away. I don't want them cross-pollinating. And then I have some glass gem corn that I'm also going to be growing, and hopefully I can just space it all out enough that it won't be problematic. I think it's called gentleman's corn or something. And then here I did some sunflower seeds, which basically, so right here I just created like a deer's favorite snacking buffet, because they'll wait until the sunflowers are just about to open, and you're like, yes, I want to see the sunflower, and then just like, and they just eat the head right off of them because they're jerks. And then they also come and eat all the corns. Okay, it is such a beautiful day out today, guys. It is just, wow, beautiful. Excited about this. This was a rose bush I got years and years ago, like for like $3 at Lowe's. And it's been moved because it didn't even start here. It started like over there, and then I dug it up, and I was like, where can I put it? We'll just put it back here. And look how it just survives. This is a survivor. I really like plants that can survive, because then I don't have to worry about them. So, okay, this whole area over here. Still on the outside of the fence. There's a lot of milkweed going on. And then this is where I have our thornless blackberry bushes. Oh, look at how there's no thorns. Oh my goodness, I love it. So wonderful. And it has looped over the fence and rooted on the other side, which is what I want them all to do, so that we can have blackberry bushes on both sides of the fence. That would be ideal. They look like they're just about to start putting on flowers, which is interesting because the wild ones have pretty much already put on flowers. Do you know that like as soon as I turned on the camera is when my neighbors started mowing their lawn? It's like they know. What's up, pumpkin? Okay, so we are now entering the dog pen area. This is where the chickens have their coop. They don't stay in this fenced-in area. That was the original intent. I'm like, well, they'll stay in this fenced-in area. No, they won't. First, let's visit the blueberry bush that lived in a pot for 10 years. Look at all the blueberries this poor thing is making. It's like making up for lost time. It's like, I'm free. I live in the ground now. I'm so happy. A lot of this is going to be the hybrid sweet corn, and then maybe some pumpkins. This is where I planted my potatoes, and I need to weed. Look at it. You can't even see where they are. No, I can see one potato. There are potatoes in here. I just have to find them. Here's one, like over here. Obviously this is one that's like the biggest one, but they're in here. They're just covered in weeds. Okay, and I did an experiment last fall. People said that you could kind of like plant potatoes in the fall and have them overwinter and then come up. They did not come up. Like none of them came up. So I will not be doing that again. And then as for the other potatoes, I think next year I will also wait. I feel like I planted them too early and they didn't, some of them rotted and they just didn't come up. So good to experiment, and now I know. Okay, this little perennial garden brings me such joy. ignore the buckets and stuff. But this, I mean, this is, it's so beautiful. Do you know what makes it the most beautiful garden? That I don't have to do anything. It just comes up. It comes up and it comes back, and then it changes throughout the year, and I don't have to do anything. So I think last month when we looked at this garden, all there was daffodils. So now there's a lot more, obviously. Here we got, I love these. I dug these up from someone's yard, sorry. And I got my peony bushes spaced, and they're coming on. They're not ready yet, but they're coming. I think these are daylilies. We got some hostas. These, oh my goodness, when I planted them, there wasn't anything here. Now I'm thinking you need to move. There's not enough room. That happens a lot to gardeners. It's like when you plant something and everything's small and then it grows up and just crowds everything. The good thing is you can dig up plants and move them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Not right now. Got more peonies. This one's very tall. Look at you. Why are you up here? Whatever. Daylilies, I think. And then, you know, we got some, I mean, these are weeds, but look at them. If you didn't know they were weeds, you would think I planted these here. Look how beautiful they are. Look at what we have here. Look how beautiful. I don't even remember planting these, but I know I did, and I'm so happy I did. Look how pretty. And then the Sweet William. Oh my goodness. I did some seeds one year, and now they're coming back and they're spreading. That's what I want them to do. That's what I want. I want plants to take care of themselves. I want them to go to seed and then just spread everywhere and like leave me alone. I don't have to do anything. Oh, God love you, you hardy little plant that planted yourself. Please plant yourselves. Plant yourselves. Oh, I love these. These lived in a box on my deck for years. Sorry about that. Now I've moved them here. Look, there's like a bee. There's a bee that likes it. Oh, he didn't like me. He didn't like me, but he liked the plants. Look at how pretty. Just look at, Something that I noted on someone else's video when they went through their garden is how a garden kind of tells a story. All the plants here, they came from somewhere. So some of them came from other people that I know. Some of them came from random travels, not very far, but travels that we've had. Like each plant has a distinct story, and it's like parts of your life here growing. It's really nice. Okay, so now to other fruits. So here we have a mulberry tree that randomly grows. We have a bunch of them on the property, just in the back, and like putting on fruit. Can't wait to make some more mulberry jelly that my kids absolutely hate. The apple trees. I see some little apples. Look how beautiful our peach trees are. I know my husband cut some branches off. He was doing some pruning. They look really good. Putting on baby peaches. We've had some really great peaches, but a lot of times it's so humid and hot that they just kind of like rot. We've talked about maybe like thinning them a little bit. Like these, as there's two together, maybe we'll pull off one. I think the airflow helps. So you pruned up the trees. I don't know, but we haven't had a good peach harvest like ever. I've also considered that maybe I should just pick them early. Don't let them ripen on the tree. Just pick them early and bring them in, because otherwise we don't end up with any peaches. Okay, I'm not gonna walk around the entire property. I'm just gonna check in with some certain spots to see how the wild food is growing. Okay, here's some wild blackberries. See how they've already fruited out. They're already making blackberries. And look at the spikes, man. Even these, they are just spiky. Okay, no way am I walking through that because I don't fancy having ticks all over myself. But I did walk down, not this way, but a different way, and found a brand new blackberry bramble that like kind of has evolved. So I think we're gonna be getting a lot of blackberries this year, which I am super happy about. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna wade in here, but I definitely did. But that is because I wanted to ask if you guys know what this tree is. And here, it's making... Stop, get out of the way, you stupid leaf. Ah! All right, there we go. There we go. You can see. No! Get back and focus. It's making these little berries. What is this tree? Help me. Can I eat it? Let me know. We have this beautiful honeysuckle tree. I know it's like technically a bush, but it's kind of a tree now. It's very large. Did you do the thing where you like pull off the thing and pull out the bottom? And then you like suck on that. It doesn't have a lot of the sap on it or whatever, but it tastes like honey. We used to do that a lot when we were kids. That was like a thing. It's still a thing. Okay, so that's it. Stuff is growing. It's hot. It's almost time for me to frolic with the wild roses. That's basically what's going on. It's May 2022. It's on 6B. How's your garden doing? Hopefully it's doing well. And hopefully we see even more improvement next month. Quick, help me get the compost. Get something. Here, take this. Take that. Grab something. Grab something. No. No. Bad chickens. Bad chickens. No. Come here. Come here, chickens. Come here, chickens. No. 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 The compost gone. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why is there water there? Okay, come on. My corn. My corn. My sunflower seeds. No.